Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We are going to break down all of the news out of yesterday's developer update. There's a lot to talk about in this video, so we're going to talk about points. We're going to talk about new battle forces, new cards, rules changes, everything in between, and what is awaiting for us in the future. There's a whole lot here. I'm going to have links in the description below where you can check out the video for yourself, as well as some awesome links to our tremendous sponsors. Don't forget to enter to win that $25 Amazon gift card giveaway just by being a subscriber and leaving a comment on this or one of my other videos. It's as simple as that. Let's jump right in. We're going to start talking about points. First up, the Bad Batch are going up 10 points across the board. Whether you're playing for the Rebels or the Republic, Bad Batch are up 10. Rebel Commandos are down 6 points. Sleeper Cell has their Rebel Marksmen down 12 points. Wookiee Warriors are going down 7 points for the Freedom Fighters and 10 points for the Kashyyyk Resistance, but don't worry, there are more Wookiee changes in the works, not only this simple points reduction. So if you're a Wookiee player like me, rest assured that you are still being looked at for more improvements. Imperials are getting some improvements to the Imperial Special Forces. Iden Versio's ID-10 Seeker Droid is being dropped from 15 to 0, which is fantastic. The Imperial Special Forces are down 8 points, and the T-21 Special Forces Trooper is down 4. Range Troopers are down 10 points, and the Riot Squad Marksman is down 19 points from 30 all the way down to 11, a pretty steep decrease. For the Republic, in addition to seeing the Bad Batch up 10, ARF Troopers Duo is down 6, as well as the Saber Tank dropping 10 points. We also see the same Wookiee changes in the Republic. For CIS, Maul is going down 15 points, as is Maul for the Shadow Collective, who's going down 20 points. We're also seeing the Pike Syndicate Capo down 6 points, and Wicket, that furry little Ewok demon from hell, coming down 6 points. We're also seeing some changes to attack and defense protocols going down 5 points each. Vigilance coming down 3 points, and the ever popular Saber Throw going up a whopping 5 points. Maybe to kind of offset Maul's changes, depending on how you run him with, I don't know the thoughts behind all of that, but definitely powerful lightsabers were certainly a factor. We are also getting a new battle force for the Ohnaka Gang. This one is going to probably be for folks who really like the new tank and really like the pirates, because guess what? You're just using Hondo, Weequay Pirates, Swoop Bike Riders, and the WLO5 speeder tank in this one, and it doesn't even have a commander option. It is just Hondo doing some fancy transporting off of the Saber tanks. There are some new Battle Force rules available for this one right away. We're also getting another new battle force. That's right, 2 new battle forces. Here we're getting the Rapid Interdiction Force, new battle force with a new version of the Geonosian Warriors. You also will be able to take Admiral Trench in this particular battle force, as well as Grievous on the wheel bikes. Lots of wheel bikes and super tactical command droids, and lots of cool extra little mechanics in here to get extra tokens and do other cool stuff. So definitely check out the rules over at atomicmassgames.com for everything about this new Rapid Interdiction Force, and also Hondo Ohnaka's new battle force. We're also going to be looking at rules, because the little rules are getting a lot of changes. We're going to be seeing changes to AI and a lot of other things in here in the rulebook, which is available now. Also notable, some changes to barricades, since barricades have been called out in certain rule cards and people have been complaining about the lack of barricades, which is strange to me because I have got lots and lots of barricades, but not everyone does. And so they've kind of changed that. Again, lots of new rules changes in the rulebook, including AI. AI is now going to go kind of back to the way it used to work, where you can still be forced to use this if you are suppressed, or if your vehicle has a damage token, or if you are multiple vehicles and half of your miniatures have been defeated. Then suddenly you will actually have to go back to doing the old way of doing AI. And if you cannot take that action, you'll lose the action. So it's, if you're not suppressed or you haven't taken damage, or you're doing fine, then you can still use the new AI stuff, but it's a way to kind of make AI a little more punishing again, while still kind of being a halfway in between its nerfs and buffs, which I think is kind of interesting. We're also getting new classifications of the droid trooper, heavy trooper, and the heavy droid trooper. We already have the droid trooper, but they're changing it a little bit to accommodate for the new AI changes. Heavy trooper and heavy droid trooper are going to be 2 new classifications that are going to deal with larger miniatures. Now, this is specifically going to work with the droidicas and the Aqua Droids, which are going to now be heavy droid troopers rather than vehicles, which means they're not going to be blocking line of sight anymore, and they are being slightly rewritten to accommodate for that. They're also going to have unconcerned. They also have a courage value now, which is very interesting. Strike teams are getting changed, and they are now going to be supports. This is going to, one of the reasons for this had to do with being able to pull orders from the pile and giving you, like, maybe there was a little bit too much order control, and they are being changed a little bit. So we gotta have a look at the new Scout Trooper and Rebel Trooper strike teams, as well as the ARC Trooper and BX series droid commandos, and one of the things they've given a lot of these guys is the incognito keyword, so they can kind of wait until they are in striking distance to fire, meant to make them a little bit more interesting and dangerous. The sniper team is also a new kind of keyword that's kind of changing how those strike team snipers are going to fire their weapon. And this is only for the strike team snipers, not necessarily for every other type of long-range sniper rifle in the game. So these guys are going to be working a little bit differently, where they can potentially upgrade their dice, or they can cancel a crit to make the person suffer one wound outright that cannot be prevented. Here's also a look at how the new Saboteurs are going to be looked at, and the ARC Troopers are getting an all-new DC-15 ARC Trooper Gunner, which is a nice little extra boost for them. Improvised orders is being changed to be both unique and to require you to recover if you actually want to use it more than once per game, so it's not going to ready automatically anymore. But don't worry, we're getting a lot of new upgrade cards, starting with the Imperial Probe Droid, having a new way to field him in a lot of different Imperial units. This is a great way to be able to take advantage of the fact that this is a unit that tends to come in twos, and if you're going to have extras of them, now you have a new place to put them on the battlefield into these units, where it can then take observation tokens and turn those into aims for the unit. The Pike Syndicate Foot Soldier Squad is also going to have a Super Squad option that can be transported. So that's, Pike lovers are going to just enjoy the heck out of that one. As we move on to the Empire, we see some really cool stuff for the 5th Brother and 7th Sister, where the 5th Brother can now go in a Riot Squad and just completely wreak havoc there with giving them Spur, and the 7th Sister can now go into Imperial Special Forces, which also did just get a points decrease, so making them that much more popular and deadly. Rebel players can rejoice. Jyn Erso now has a new option to be able to go in a couple of different units: Rebel Troopers, Special Forces, Rebel Commandos, or the new Guerrilla Troopers with their red save. And by the way, she gives them Dauntless and Danger Sense 2. Mark my words, Danger Sense 2 on a red save is going to be very, very interesting. Luke Skywalker has an option to be able to bring himself into a Rebel Trooper or Rebel Veterans option. They did point out that this is going to be Commander Luke only. Republic players are going to be in for a sweet treat, as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Clone Commander Cody each have their own options here. Cody being able to go into ARF Troopers or Clone Marksman, and Obi-Wan Kenobi only going into ARF Troopers, but giving them the incredible ability of him being able to exhaust himself to force the unit to reroll all of their defense dice, which is going to be extremely powerful. Separatists, don't worry, you are not excluded. Asajj Ventress and General Grievous each have a card where Asajj can go with B1 battle droids and the Commando Droid Special Forces, and Grievous can now jump into B1 battle droids or the IG-100 Magna Guards, which is sure to be incredibly nasty. Wookiee players, I told you we weren't done yet, and we're still far from it, but here's another beautiful thing. Chewbacca gets a Wookiee Trooper upgrade, where you can now have him lead a unit of Wookiee Troopers, giving them the ability to upgrade their dice for every model in the unit, and also upgrade your defense dice for every model in the unit. This looks incredibly strong, and I am eager to dive into it. If you're a fan of Tours of Duty, you're going to see 3 new adventures: Birth of a Legend, The Weekend War, and A Pirate's Life all become available, as well as new Paragon command cards to give you some additional options for your Paragon, including a new version of Standing Orders. But that's not all, folks, because in November, we are going to see another round of this developer update. They didn't call it mini stravaganza, but they didn't really call it much of anything. So it remains to be seen whether or not this will be in the form of another mini stravaganza or a dedicated Legion update that will happen to come in November. But we are certain to see more of the Ghost crew with this awesome featured artwork. I'm very excited about this one, but I want to hear what you guys are excited about. Let me know down in the comments section below. That's going to do it for this update. Let me know what you're excited about. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. And always wash your socks.